Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. An absolute pleasure to be with you. So, we've apparently been hailed as the new benchmark for AI by Sakana AI and their Chief Technological Officer, Leon Jones, who we've been in touch with for some time, sharing data and getting some real insight into the world of artificial intelligence. Absolutely fascinating. Leon's decided that what AI should be doing is learning to solve variant Sudoku, or modern Sudoku as he calls it. So it'll be interesting to see if anything develops from that. You guys will all be able to say, I was here first, if it goes big in any way. And so will we. Anyway, who knows if anything will develop from that. I suspect it may not be very much. Let's see what happens. Now, first of all, don't forget that on Patreon, Simon has solved this Scrabble collaboration with well, no, it's not a collaboration at all. It's a Scrabble Sudoku mashup by L.M. Demasi and features Stuart and Martin playing a game of Scrabble with unbelievably high scoring. I mean, aided by a Sudoku-based scoring system, but still, it's very interesting how that pans out. I do have a look at the video. It's on Patreon, where you can also find all of our Sudoku Hunt solution videos, crosswords and connections videos, a plethora of stuff going on there. There's also all of our merch, including our new t-shirt about the year 2025, the year of the secrets squared, as you know, but not everybody does, and various other merch. There's SVEN'S SUDOKU PAD and all of our apps, which do feature Killer Sudoku and Line Sudoku and Thermo Sudoku, all relevant to today, as well as our latest Fog of War. So do check those out. They're all in the links under the video. But the first one is to this puzzle by Shady Moon, who featured on the channel a month ago for the first time. And Simon did a puzzle by Shady Moon. This one's called Read Between the Cages. And I'm going to do the rules now. So normal Sudoku rules apply. 1 to 9 goes in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Digits mustn't repeat in cages. Now, if you've ever heard the word Windoku, you will recognize these 4 window-style cages. Digits on thermometers increase from the bulb end to the other end. Digits on lines must be between the digits in the circles on each end. So if you had 5 and 8 here, for instance, you'd have to have 9 in a circle and a number lower than 5 in the other one. So actually, so that would be a valid between line. Oh, but there's more to these. Hang on. These lines also act as thermometers, so that digits on lines must increase from the low circle to the high circle. Now, I think I just put those in like that. So that is valid. It's like a thermometer from there to there. This is not a valid between line in this puzzle, because the digits don't increase from the low end to the high end. That's an extra rule. Now, that's good. A twist on between lines. We have seen between lines before on the channel, and we have seen Windoku before, but neither for some time, I think. And look, there's a big S of the between lines I've just noticed in the grid. Interesting. Anyway, give it a try. I am going to start now. Let's get cracking. So it is a while since we've done a puzzle with these Windoku cages. Let me just explain some of the theory here, because it's quite interesting. And I remember David McNeil, the oftentimes British Sudoku champion, explaining this principle to me, and it being the first time I'd heard it or understood it. Obviously, pink is a set of the digits 1 to 9, because there are 9 digits, they're in a cage, they all have to be different. The same is true for yellow. However, it's less obvious that blue here is a set of the digits 1 to 9. It's a very basic set theory, I suppose. We didn't have that name at the time, but since these 3 columns have to contain sets, 3 sets of the digits 1 to 9. And since you can eliminate the pink and yellow set, you're just left with one more set, which are basically coloured blue now. So that group must be a set of the digits 1 to 9. And those groupings happen 4 times in this puzzle. Once there, once there, once here, and once here. And these are extra regions that you can't see, but they're very interesting. Right, so that's a bit of background information that may well help, because it often does in Windoku puzzles. Let's just... Okay, here's the deal. Here's the interesting thing. The digits 1 and 9 can never appear on a line. They can only appear in circles. So, in this row, there are only 2 candidate places for 1 and 9, because all of these digits can't be 1 and 9. Now that doesn't work in the bottom row, because you've got this cell, which is neither in a circle or on a line. So that is a potential candidate for 1 or 9. It doesn't work in this column where there are 3 circles. Maybe this is the only place where that does... No, this is it. This is it. Remember what I just said. That is a set of the digits 1 to 9. And only 2 of them are candidates for 1 and 9. And there they are. They must be. Not only must they be a 1 and a 9, they must be different types of 1 and 9. And that's worth marking. So let's have red and yellow. This group, again, look at that. They only have 2 possible places for 1 and 9. So there we go. And now this must be red because the yellow 1 or 9 is there. And therefore this is yellow. Now, can we link them up with these? I mean, it's worth checking these groups. Okay, it is worth checking those groups, because although there are only 5 cells in that group that are on lines and can't be 1 or 9, we can't actually put any here because yellow and red have gone in this box. So the only 2 spaces where we can put 1 and 9 in that hidden extra region is these 2. And then what about this group now? Well, it's got more interesting. These cells are ruled out by being on a line. These ones are ruled out because 1 and 9 have appeared in the column. These are ruled out because on a thermo you can only put 1 and 9 in either the bulb or the tip. And this might actually disambiguate which are 1s and 9s. In fact, oh, this is on a thermo, and I hadn't even noticed the thermo ran into that cell properly, but it is. So that must be a 9. And that's a 1, and that's a 9, and that's a 1. I don't think that does disambiguate these ones. We'll have a look at that again in a moment. But now those were ruled out, these are ruled out, those are ruled out. So again, we only have 2 positions for 1 and 9 in that extra region. That's lovely. I mean, it's a really neat break-in. If you didn't see it, if you didn't know the theory, you could be a long time about breaking into this puzzle, I imagine. Now, we've got what red and yellow are, so I can fill them in up here. And now I think this is the interesting place where we're tracking round through a circle. So remember that we've got effective thermos on the between lines. This must rise to that because this is a 1. This must rise to that because it's got a 9 at the end. So basically, as we go round here, we're getting well, not 1 bigger each time, but we are increasing each time. And I think that gives us 2 candidates in every cell. We can just treat the circle like another cell on this imaginary thermo. And we come down to this. Can we, actually, I should think about finishing off 1s and 9s while we've got so many of them placed in the puzzle. One of those is a 9. Maybe not. Maybe it's not going to work. One of those is a 9. It can't be on the bulb here. One of these 4 is a 9. It can be on the tip there. Oh, 1 is in one of those two positions, but surely yes, the cage is going to tell us, because there's a 1 there, so it can't be in that cage again, it must be here. So, here we go. Where do we go from here? Okay, where we go from here is that we have to increase going away from that 1. Now, I could fill in all the candidates, and I'm not going to. What I am going to point out is that the 2 in this row has to be in box 5 in one of those positions. And that is because 2 on whichever of these lines acting as a thermo it appears must be next to the 1. Now, this row is probably worth filling in the candidates, because there's only 3 in each cell, I think, along this imaginary thermo. Up here, there are many more candidates. As we go round here, this is good. This is very like this line, actually. So 3 candidates in each cell, I think. 6, 7, 8. I hadn't realised this exactly mirrored this thing over here. Now, we're not getting any doubles or triples or anything out of that. This can be any digit it likes on its line. Okay, I'm not quite sure what I'm meant to be doing next or where looking, because done some good work, but I've got lots of digits in the grid, but they're all 1s and 9s. Maybe I should give in and fully pencil mark these ones. Okay, I'm going to do it. Just to see if it tells me anything. Lots of candidates in these cells. Simon would be much better than I am at spotting what has to occur anyway. So this one. Yeah, there is a stacking problem here, isn't there? This can't be 6 now. I mean, this is an extreme stacking problem, but there may be better ones to find. This can't be 6 because this group of cells would be 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and this one couldn't be filled. So that's not 6. Now, in fact, in this row, 8 has to be in one of these two places. And they're both in box 7. So 8 can't be in that part of this 9-cell window cage. It has to be in one of those cells. Eight in column 9's in one of those two places. That's less interesting because they're in different boxes. Are there other stacking problems somewhere? I'm wondering about this thermo looking upwards here. No, I was hoping to say that one of these must be 8, so that can't be even. Oh, that would be really helpful. Right. No, it would be a little bit helpful. Here's something I'd forgotten. This is actually very important. So, earlier, when I was doing this colouring, which we don't need anymore, we were identifying that this is one group of cells that form an extra region. This is another one. This is a third one, and this is a fourth one. Now, if you take all of those 4 regions and all of the cages, what's left over? What's left over is the 9th region, and it's a very distended region. But look, here it is. It's in all the interstices of the framework, the sort of lattice-like framework in the grid. Let's make it yellow. So all the yellow cells are a set of 1 to 9 as well, because they're the kind of leftovers from the 8 sets that are easier to identify. And look, there's a 4, 5, 6 triple. That's massive. That's really very important. So we've got the 1 and the 9. We've got the 4, 5, 6 triple. Everything else in yellow is 2, 3, 7 or 8. So that has to be 7 or 8. This one has to be 2 or 3. This one is, I don't know, 2, 3, 7 or 8. I can't be more specific, and the same here. But what? But there's a stacking problem. This can't be a 3 because you'd have 3, 2 breaking that cell. And once that can't be a 3, this can't be 4, this can't be 5. This, I don't know. Does that do anything up the column? Yeah, there are, yes, we need to fit 7 and 8 into this column. One of them is there. The other one is on this line. And it's clearly higher than that digit. So that's not 7. And this one is 7 or 8. And they're a pair now. I really want to know something about the height or lowness of this digit and this one. That would help me considerably around the grid, I think. No, hang on, 2 in this column we can limit to one of those 2 cells, because if it's on this thermo, it's there. So 2's in one of those 2. 3 is definitely in one of these 3 cells. And if it was there, that would be a 2. Maybe I should think about what happens if that is a 7. Because that forces this whole thing to be 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So we'd have 4, 3, 2 here. That would be high, 7 or 8. That would be the other high, 7 or 8. You'd definitely have 6, 5. And that would become a 6 it's this 4, 5, 6 triple. They're sort of feeding off each other in a very weird manner. There must be something else I can limit, maybe in column 9 or in row 1. But that can still be 2 or 3, and then you'd have 4, 5, then this would be 6, 7, 8. I don't know, I can't quite find what the next... Oh, maybe I should use the thermo, this thermo. Now I've got that as 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. As candidates. This one, I suppose, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, annoyingly. Too many candidates there. I mean, I reckon this is going to be 1 in the bowl, but I haven't got any evidence of that. I've just got a hunch. Oh, sorry, I'm struggling a bit now. Oh, let's go back. Of course, let's go back to thinking about these coloured regions. Oh, this is huge. There's stacking all over these. So this can't be 3 because that would be 2 and they'd be gone in blue and that cell couldn't exist. It can't even be 4 because all these 4 cells would be from 2, 3, 4. Ah, there we go. So that's 5, 6 or 7. This is 6, 7 or 8. That's now a triple in blue of 6, 7, 8 and this has to be 5. Goodness me, that's how this works. So now I've got a triple in blue of 2, 3, 4. So let's try this in orange as well. How does it work in orange? Right. It doesn't work as well. That's annoying. I don't think it does. Maybe I should do more in blue somehow. I don't think I can. Oh, that's peculiar. Okay, I'll have another think about orange. This can't be 5 because that would be 5, 6, 7 and that would only leave 8 for those. 2 is definitely in one of those cells. Now also, I want to say this can't be 4 because that would be 2, 3, 4 And that would leave 5 there. Oh, it would kill this cell straight away in another orange. So that's not 4. I don't know, some combination of these orange cells and this thermo, maybe. How's that going to work for me? Can't see it. Okay, let's just regroup a little. That's definitely from 2, 3, or 4, as is that. The other digit from 2, 3, or 4. Oh, yeah. This is definitely 2 or 3. Because you can't put them both down in this stretch. For some reason. Well, I mean, I'm going to trust however I've come up with that. This is the 2, 3 pair. This can't be 3. Oh, no, this could be 3. But this must be 2 or 3. I'm going to say that. Because if it wasn't, you couldn't put them both down here. Okay, so maybe we've got something going on in the bottom row. 5 must be in one of those 2 cells. No, I don't know. I'm sorry. There must be some stacking or quads or quints or something going on. Maybe if I was to add all the dark green and violet cells, like consider them as a group of 18. No, I don't think that's any good. Oh, this is annoying. Right, that 2, 3, 4 looked very helpful. Then we've got the 5. Oh, that 5 comes out of these cells. That's important. Now, if that was 6, 7, this couldn't be a 7 or a 6. That would be 5, 8 up here. And then this, yes, all right. This, since that became 2, 3, this can't be a 3 because you'd have 3, 2 there broken. So that can't be a 3. That can't be a 4. That pushes these numbers up a bit. 5 and 6 come out of those 2 cells. Now I've got a 6, 7 pair in orange, and that must be 8. And that can't be 6. Now I've got a 2, 3, 4 triple, and that's 5. Why is 5 the middly digit of all, becoming the easy one to find in the coloured groups? I don't know. But now I'm just using the coloured group there. This is 2, 3, or 4. The 8 in the box has been found. Right, that's 2 or 3. This can't be 2 or 3 now, because if it was 3, it would force that to be 2 and break this. So this is the other one of 2 or 3. This digit is now, well, in its box, it's got 6, 5, so it's 4, 7, or 8. Yeah, I'm probably missing some things in the geometry of the boxes because I'm focusing on everything else. Right, these digits are 4, 5, 6, 7 in this box. Those can't have 6, those can't have 5. And that's part of this window. So now we have 1, 9, 2, 3, 8 to fill in the window, the cage. That's not easy. Is that obvious? Not obvious to me. Right, let's go back here then. We've got surely 2 and 3. No, I was going to say must be in those cells, but this one could be a 4. Top row. Oh, the yellow cells. We got a 6 in yellow, so this is not a 6. There we go. 5 there, 4 in the other corner. Right, that does have some impact on some cells. Now we've got a 2, 3 pair in this column. And that means this can't be 3 or 4 or 5. It's the only place for 6, which was a surprise. That means we've placed 6 in box 7. Also a surprise. That's the only place for 4 in the bottom row, and that makes this a 3 and that a 2 in orange. And we're left with a 6, 7 pair. That 3 on the thermo lets us get those digits, 2 and 1. Now, in this box then, 2, 3, 1, 9, 6 and 7 are ruled out of those cells by the 6, 7 pair in the box. So they're from 4, 5, 8. No, 2. Well, there has to be a 2 in row 6 somewhere. And it's got to be in one of these cells with a 1. Right, so in this cage, we've got 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is a 3, 8, 9 triple. That one can't be 9. Now this can't be 3. In fact, look, we've got the 2 and 3 in blue, so that's a 4. So up this column, we've got 2, 5, 6 still to place. And in this cage then, we need a 4, which has to be in one of those cells because of this. That knocks 4 out of that cell as a candidate. Puts it into one of those. There's lots going on now. 2, 5, 6, 4, 9. The 3 in this cage has to be there. So that fixes where the 4 is. This is 1, 7, 8, 9 as a group. I said 9 couldn't be in those. 8 can't be in these. That can't be 7 anymore. So 6, 5. Now let's have a look at green. We've got 5, 6, 9, 1, 4. Everything else is 2, 3, 7 or 8. I can place 4 in box 2. What about this? I don't know. No, I don't know. Can I place 4 in box 8? One of those two. Can I use the violet cells? 1, 9, 6 are done. Not really much more going on. Oh, look in dark. No, I was going to say there's a 2, 3, 7, 8 quad in dark green. I think I just created that rather than finding it. Okay, 1 comes out of those. 1, 2. So this row, or maybe this box. 9, 4, 1, 2. The 5 is in one of those 2 cells, which are quite oddly spaced. This can't be a 4. So this can't be a 5. Oh, neither can be an 8. I've just spotted that finally. This digit is 5, 7 or 9. I'm not going to pencil mark that. I have got some limits, not many. Yellow, there's a 2, 3 pair down here, so that is 7 or 8. Now, one of these has to be 7 or 8 based on the green distribution. So 7 and 8 are a pair that are done there. 9, 1, 6, so these are from 2, 3, 4, 5. 5's already placed in box 8. So these are now from 2, 3, 4. And one of them must be a 2 and one of them must be a 4. That's what that pair is. So I can remove 2 and 4 as candidates from the other cells. This is now 3 or 5. This is 3 or 8. It can't be 9 based on this. One of these is a 9. It's going to be the same as that one. I was going to say that's a 3, 8 pair, so this is a 5. But that was identifying a very false box. And that is not a 3, 8 pair. Those are in fact the same digits. So that would have been complete poppycock. I don't propose to feed you a diet of poppycock. Right, this 6. There's only one place for 6 in... No, wrong. I was thinking 6 had to be in one of those cells, but it can be there in that cage. This is 6, 7 or 8 by Sudoku. How is this not all finished now? It's very strange to me. It feels like it is, but I haven't done it. 4, 1, 6, 7, 6, 5, 1. That's a 2, 4 pair. Oh, right. In the violet cells, if that's a 2, 4 pair, that's not a 2. That's a 3. That's a 5. You have to cling on to these extra regions throughout. That's not a 4. That's now a 7, 8 pair. Right, 3 there puts 2 in that corner, and that puts 3 in the bottom right corner. That's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spotlight. Losing its religion. That's a 2. That's not a 2. That's a 2. In this box, that is a 5 or a 6, but it sees a 5, so that's a 6. Here we go now. Here we go gathering nuts in May. This is the only place for 5 in the row. 8 in the box has to be there. This is a 3, 7, 9 triple. That makes this a 6, which the column would have, the row would have sorted anyway. Right. 6, yeah. 7, 8, 7. That 7 in violet gives us 8 there. That 3, 8 pair in green gives us 7 there, as did the row. Hadn't spotted that. This has become a 3. So this row, 8, 1, 2, 3, 5, 9, these are 4, 7, 6. And I can do all of those now. And this cage, 4, 7, 6, 1, 3 must be there. That has to be a 9 now. And we've got 2, 5, 8 to fit in. I can put in the 5. Can't decide on the 2, 8 pair. 7's gone out of those and gone into there. That takes 7 out of those 2. Something disambiguates everything. 8, 9 are done there. Then 8, 2. Then 4, 2. Then 4 can't be here. In fact, that's a 5. Now, this can't be a deadly pattern, I'm sure. There's not much else to go on, though. Oh, there's a 4 in this pair. Right, 4, 7. Right, that unwinds this chocolate teapot quadruple. There we go, rows 1, rows 2 and 3 complete, and this should finish the puzzle. What a nice idea. Maybe one could consider it an introduction to Windoku, because it's so important that that sort of very basic set is done. But it's a very good puzzle. Most enjoyable, very clever by Shady Moon, if I may say so. And we are always so grateful to the constructors who create these marvellous puzzles for us to have a go at. Thank you for watching us on the channel. Really hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.